going on, YouTube? No Class Garage. Working on a 2005 Chevy Trailblazer. Got a bad water pump. I was leaking water earlier, but if you notice, when I grab onto it and wiggle it like that, you can hear it. I think the bearings went out of my water pump. So the first step, for me anyways, is going to be cracking that fan clutch loose. As you can see, it's loose. I got this nice big wrench, probably older than I am. I take a screwdriver, I stick it down in like that, and pry against and push the other way. Cracked it loose already. Next step's going to be removing the top radiator hose. I want to get that out of your way. Take this wrench out of here. Okay, once you get the top radiator hose off, you're going to want to take this bolt out here. This bolt out here for your fan shroud. The reason I broke this loose sooner than the fan shroud is because I don't want to fight with that with this fan shroud loose. So now I'm going to take the fan shroud out and then undo that bolt all the way and have the clutch in my hand as I pull it all out. Looks like it might be a 10 millimeter. Yep, 10 millimeter. One out. Number 2 out. And from when I looked under there, it didn't look like it had any bottom bolts in there. It looked like it was just 2 on the top and then 2 pins on the bottom. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty loose right there. Okay, so now that's loose. From a big wrench again. You want to back off the fan clutch. A lot of times fan clutches are reverse threads. This one was not. I've had that problem before where I was trying to take it off, going the wrong way the whole time, fighting it forever, just to find out it's reverse threads. The water pump kit I bought comes with a fan clutch and water pump all in one. It was like 250 bucks. So my advice to you is if they sell it in a kit as 2 parts whole, I would replace 2 parts whole. There's a lot of threads on there. Getting close to the end though. Seems like it's pretty close. You're gonna want to push this up over this right here. over your top radiator hose. It's a little tight. Alright, seems like there might be something else holding it on the bottom. I'm caught on this transcooler line. Crawl under here real quick and see. Oh, something down here might be holding this up. I just looked under here, I didn't see no bolts. Just seen these little pins. Okay, it looks like it is just the little pins. Yeah, it seems like nothing's holding it. Oh, okay, I see. I gotta get the fan clutch all the way off. So let's jump back up top. Jump back up top with my wrench. Get that fan clutch to come all the way off there, and it should set us free. Can't tell if it's trying to come off already right there or not. Okay. Push this back down. There you go, the fan clutch is coming off. Fan clutch is off. Get it up above. And try this again. Okay, there we go. Now, we have a fan clutch over here. You got a plug right here. Electrical plug, I think it's for the fan clutch, it's electric. So just pressing the little button. There we go. Oh, got that off. Now, like, got some cooler lines down here. Unclip these. Move the radiator hose out of your way. And looks like it should come out. Might give us a little fight. Nope. And there's your fan clutch and your shroud off. I'm gonna remove that. Most people probably would have took the serpentine belt off already, but I like to do things without a whole bunch of stuff in my way. And the way you're gonna remove the serpentine belt, you got your tensioner right here. Let me flip the camera the right way. Your tensioner is right here. It just takes a ratchet, just plugs right in there. So you just plug your ratchet in, and I believe you pull up on it. Pull up on it and loosen the belt. So as you get the belt loose like that, pull it off one pulley over here. Oh, it's kind of tight, but then that drops your fan belt. Okay, and the next step is this right here. You're gonna want to work on this. And if you look, this is how you can tell that the water pump's bad. The bearings are shot. You hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear it or see the play in it, but the bearings are gone. Next step is to take that pulley off. Need my ratchet back. It looks like a 14, no, 13 millimeter, maybe. $13mm, fits nice and snug. I'm not sure how tight these are going to be, whether I can just hold this by hand or not. Yes. So crack one loose, crack two loose, crack three loose, crack four loose. Job might seem difficult, but it's really fairly simple. I would have done it in the daytime, but it's kind of hot out here, so I waited till it to cool off. Sorry if the lighting's not good, it seems alright though. Okay, then you pull that off. It's your water pump pulley. Set that to the side. Okay, now we've exposed the water pump again. Let's see if you can see this. See that play? There's a bad bearing inside the water pump. So it looks like there's this bolt here, bolt down there, two over here. I don't see one on the bottom. So it looks good. Those might be maybe a 10mm. Not sure. Let's check it. Yep, 10mm. One loose. One second, I'll be right back. Grab my electric ratchet to make this a little easier and quicker. An extension on it so I don't have to get so close. So far it seems to be the same length. You want to watch out and make sure you don't have a longer one or a shorter one in certain spots. And fight to put it back together. And there's all your water pump bolts. Set those up there, try not to lose them. Okay, it doesn't seem to have another one in there. Take your big wrench, give it a little tap. Break it loose. It's probably been glued on there since this thing was brand new. Okay, try to peel the gasket off most you can. Yeah, this thing is definitely beat up. Okay, there's your water pump. throw this thing in the trash. Load the box, brand new water pump. Oh yeah, it feels way different than the other one did. The other one's all loose. This one feels like I can actually feel the bearing in there. Okay, pull the fan clutch out. New fan clutch, some hardware. Seems like the fan bolts right there. All right, you want to really check right here. Make sure there's no gasket sealer or anything on there. See that peeling off? You don't want none of that on there. Do the best you can to get all that off. Otherwise, when you go to seal the new one on there, you have water leaks. Seems to be coming off pretty easy with just my finger. Normally I would use a wire wheel on the drill, but having trouble finding mine. I've never had a gasket come off this easy, actually. Guess that'll work. Razor blade's your best friend. When you do this, try not to scar up the mounting surface. Might create extra problems down the road if you do. Seems like it's coming out pretty decent though. Surprised as I am, I actually have a lot of room to work right here. I've done a lot of water pumps where you didn't have much room to do anything. It's pretty good. Make sure you want to get all the debris and everything out of there. Trying to get no metal shavings in there or anything. Cause some issues later on down the road.
What's that? Yes.
Sealer. I must have forgotten to get gasket sealer when I was at the auto parts store, so I'm gonna try to find some real quick, then continue on. It's one important thing. It's weird because this new gasket, it's like a paper gasket. It's thick, it's gasket paper. And the old gasket is actually metal. Not sure if I actually even need sealer on it, but in my experience, I've always put gasket sealer on my water pumps. Nothing in there. In the box. Let's see what this directions say. See if they say you need sealer or not. For the fan. Well, we're trying to find sealer. I guess I could pull the fan off of here. Show you guys how to do that real quick. So it's a 13 as well. 1 second. So here's your 13. It's kind of old. This one might work. So there we go, we got the fan removed on there. Because you're gonna need this again. This probably wasn't bad, but I'm gonna replace it anyways, just because it came in the kit. So I don't see any reason why not to. Well, I'm already right here. And the other one comes with the whole thing. So let's figure out how to take this out of here. Looks like you pinch these two, push it in, pops right out. There you go. Put that on that. Stick and seal. Looks like I got some Loctite stick and seal right here. Loctite's a pretty good brand, so I trust it. We'll see. If I got to take it back out and put some sealer on it later, I will. Wasn't that much of a job to do anyways. But so this will probably work. So what you want to do is put your sealer, get it around there. Anywhere that water may come out, you want to seal it up. Me personally, I like to glue the gasket to the water pump and then put it up in there. But you know what, with all this room right here, I might just seal up the water pump and then glue the gasket on there. See how the gasket goes. Looks like it's gonna go like that. Oh, it doesn't look to line up right. Why is that? Weird. Okay. Have the gasket upside down. There we go. Seems to line up good right there. So these gaskets are directional apparently. So you want to just glob up your gasket all nice and glued. Glued. You're going to take your gasket, glue it on here, get it on there nice and stuck where it goes. Try to keep it lined up so you don't have too much moving around. You take your water pump, get you a bolt or two in your hand ready. Kind of stick it in the direction that it goes. Get that one bolt in there, kind of holding it in place. And I always go another bolt on the opposite end so that nothing spins out of place. Grab the other bolts. If I remember how to count correctly, there's 5. Got 5 of them in there. We're gonna need our 1mm on the extension. Don't get them too tight yet until you get both sides tightened. So get like catty corner, you know, so they seem to go on evenly. So you're not pulling too hard on one side to possibly break the water pump. I don't think these things are very strong. Once you get them on there, I recommend just a nice little hand crank after it's tight. Not too much. The last thing you want to do is strip one of these out in your block. Double check it with the ratchet. Always double check with the ratchet with no extension on there, so I can feel exactly how much torque. I don't know the exact torque specs on it, but I know tight, so seems good. Seems good. A little bit on that one. Good. Seems good to me. You got that sealer on there. Should hold it up. Next step is going to be putting your pulley cover back on. And that one was the 13. The 13mm. Remember, these weren't too tight whenever I took them off, so just get them hand tight while you're holding it. And that's probably good enough. And then once you've reached this point, This is probably easy with 2 people. But you want to get your belt, come around the power steering pump, around your harmonic balancer, around right here. You're on your tensioner. Keep it on the tensioner, then you go around like this. Okay, try to keep it on the power steering pump. Okay, and you're gonna come down like this. Oh wait, this is power steering pump. I think that's AC or something. No, that is power steering. This is AC pump down here. Come around the AC pump, come back around like this, around this other idler pulley. And you're gonna kind of like keep it on all these pulleys and kind of hold your loop like that at your alternator. Then you're gonna stick your ratchet in here. This is kind of hard. You're gonna pull. While you're pulling, you're relieving tension on that belt, and you gotta slip it over and let it go. There's also a diagram under the hood of these trucks. I don't have the diagram on my truck. Seem to be missing the plastic cover that goes right here. So now we got the fan belt back on, water pumps installed, pulleys on. It'll all straighten out when it starts spinning. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Now over to this part. Take our fan clutch out of the box. Came with some new hardware. Fan clutch goes on this side. Spin it so your holes line up. Came with hardware. You know, let me open this real quick. Put your washers on. Okay. Now, get it lined up. Has these little notches on there, but just gonna try to get it close. There's one. There's 2. There's 3 and 4. Now we have our best friend up here. Electric ratchet, 13mm. Ooh, wrong way. Get that nice and snug. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. Ah, nice and snug. Okay, then when it goes back together, it has to go in one piece. So this slips inside here like this. You grab your little thing right here, your plug, all the electrical stuff. You want to flip it around. Oh, it's a little stiff. Flip it around like that. And tie up your little clip. Boom, clips in like that. You take this piece, all in one piece, all in one shot. You have to do it together. If you don't do it together, you will be fighting this thing the whole time. Work it around all your stuff. Put your tranny lines down there. Got all the stuff around you. And then when you get right here, you want to get the fan clutch. Try to get this down to where it goes. Let's see what's holding me up. There we go. Okay. Over that. Back up in like that. Put your fan clutch down. Give it a little wiggle. And start it on there. It's gonna be a little tough. It's gonna be a little tough because it's all the way out. We'll just drop the radiator clamp down there. Get your trusty dusty big wrench. Tighten it back up. Notice how fan clips gets easier to spin. Put it all the way up there like that. This thing a nice crank. Okay. Take your screwdriver and do the opposite of what you did before. Just take a screwdriver in this way and pull against it like that. And you're gonna press down. It's a little tricky, but it works. Yeah, once you get that about as tight as you can, good to go. And you got right here, you got these two shroud mounts. But in order to do that, you have all these clips. Right here you have a clip. You have a clip on the bottom. You have these two tranny cooler lines. I'll reach down here and make sure that your little pin is in its little spot. Okay, the pin dropped in the spot right there. Bolt holes line up. Set your one back in. Put your other one back in. Oh, drop that. This needs to come up and in like that. 1 second while I go down and get my bolt. Where did it go? Oh, there's my hose clamp. You know what? We'll find that bolt later in the daylight. It's not that important of a bolt. We'll get one in there for now. It might make a little racket while it's running, but I'm sure I have another one in the shop. We might start rubbing later, but for now, let's just get this back together with one. These don't need to be that tight. You gotta remember, you're tightening them up against plastic. You do not want to break the plastic. And you're going to repop on your radiator hose. Tighten her down. Antifreeze after this. But that sums it up right there, is how you do the water pump. 5 Chevy Trailblazer. Here you go. Oh wait, we forgot one step over here. You need to plug this back in. That controls your fan clutch. So there you have it, YouTube. Water pump removal and installation. One straight shot. It's not that hard. You can do it. You got tools and you got the mindset. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. If you know an easier way, comment and let me know. Any ideas, let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a nice night.